The night is darkest before dawn, and I shall rise yet again. If you're a football fan, that line seems familiar. Also, if you're a Batman fan, but that is Aaron Rodgers going down with an Achilles, out for the entire season after just 4 plays with the New York Jets. But if you're into crypto and you bought crypto in 2022, 2023, you might be feeling just the same. The night is darkest before the dawn, and if you are thinking about cashing in for a loss, handing in that bag that you're so tired of holding, well, I got something for you, and it might be some good news. And on top of it, it might actually be some news for you to continue to actually grow that bag and grow that bag more. This is IntoTheCryptoverse.com's graph of a logarithmic regression fit to non-bubble data, and actually have it fit to bubble data as well if you want to take a look at it. It is Benjamin Cohen's website. He is a YouTuber, very big in the crypto sphere, the cryptoverse, so check him out. But I just wanted to go over this because I noticed something very recently, and actually it was kind of funny that he ended up making a video on this too, is that the social aspect of, YouTube just getting hits out there, the algorithm, everything as far as stocks, as far as crypto is very down right now, which is actually a very good sign, because that is the time to start buying. You want to sell when everything is going crazy, and when this channel is taking off and it's getting a ton of subscribers, ton of views, that is something I will point out as well as an indication that maybe you want to start selling out of some positions, because it is actually pretty clear if you have a channel about all of that kind of stuff. So I will maybe make a video in the future, but I just want to talk about the logarithmic regression band real quick. So what we have here is something that Benjamin Cohen laid out. It has all of the highs and lows of Bitcoin on the monthly charts, starting since its inception in 2010. You can see how Bitcoin has acted, and has acted relatively structured, where it has had bull markets and bear markets over time. And as the market cap grows, you will see less volatility. But this logarithmic regression is on the notion that Bitcoin is going to keep going up. So obviously nothing is 100%. This could crash and go to zero. It could flatline. The band should maybe potentially have to be readjusted. He does adjust this over time. However, it has actually stood the test of time, and it is a very, very good tool to use to determine when to buy and where to buy, and whether or not we're in a bull cycle or a bear cycle. So where are we right now? We just kind of zoom in right here. We are on the lower end of the regression band. Okay, so you can see right here, the time to sell would have been, as far as the last bull market, would have been the summer of 2021, right before we had that summer lull. And you can see right after that, you see those 2 humps right after that summer lull. A lot of people were thinking that was when it was going to go to 100K off of that bounce. It did not. Instead, it went down to the lower regression bands. Now, if we actually just bring up the chart real quick as well. Actually, first, before we do that, let's reset the zoom, and we can look at the price for non-bubble data. Okay, so we can look at where the price is compared to the bubble data to give us a little bit of an indication of where we are in the cycle once again, and we are on the lower band. So what this is telling us is that there is a lower risk to buy now on Bitcoin and the other crypto, and we'll take a look at the other crypto real quick before we go to the chart, and because Ethereum will tell us something pretty interesting here. So this is the price you obviously want to buy when the price is low. However, everyone buys when the price is high. That's when all the buzz comes back. Okay, so keep that in mind. You have to be a little bit of a contrarian. We can take a look at Ethereum. So now Ethereum still has a little bit ways to go to get down to that lower band. A lot of people in the crypto space are suggesting that because of previous cycles and how they've acted, that this is a final little bit of a leg up before we have another panic sell, one more capitulation phase before we actually go back to the bull market. And one reason why people are saying that is because of this right here. Ethereum has not even it has not even touched the band yet. Okay, so that is what a lot of people are going to be looking for. So let's zoom out of this real quick. And you can see here, this I have Bitcoin up on the monthly. It has Heikin-Ashi candles, logarithmic regression is on, and I have the MACD and the RSI, but we're not going to look at that so much right now, as we are going to look at this bull market and bear market support band, okay? So what we have historically, first of all, if you're just going off of the Heikin-Ashi candles, that in and of itself can be absolutely huge. So that's what I want you to pay attention moving forward on, okay, is these monthly Heikin-Ashi candles, because if you get in on the green, and especially when the price is above that bull market support band, you can see here, it gives you great returns, right? Now, where are we now on it? Well, we're falling below it. You can go down to the weekly. You can see that we are falling below it a little bit more clearer on there. It is a tight band, but it has stood the test of time. But with that said, we are heading down as of right now, which is suggesting that final leg down might actually be occurring, that final capitulation. Now, I talked earlier in my previous videos that there is support around 18,000, maybe even 16,000. And I said where it was at the time, it was about the same price. So we'll just say 26,000. I said, does it matter in the grand scheme of things if you have 18,000 or 16,000 or 26,000 when the support band is suggesting that we could easily hit 85K on the next bull run, if not potentially even more. And you're squeezing percentages out if you're doing that. So we are in a very interesting time. It is, in my opinion, definitely on the safer side to start buying now and scaling in. If you want to wait for that bigger leg down, you absolutely can do that. It just might be a good idea to have some skin in the game so that if it does come up, you're not panic buying and buying at an even higher price. Now, let's get rid of this bull market support band let's leave it up so we can compare to our normal moving averages, which is the 25 period simple moving average, the 25 period exponential moving average and this 7 period simple moving average. Now, one thing that is very interesting here when we use it is not so quick to react. You can see that it would have told you to buy back at $402, okay? And it would have told you to keep holding even through here, even through when it went up to 20K and went back down to 5. And then it would have had you hold up all the way to about 31. So it is a little less touchy. It's very interesting considering it told you to buy in at $402. It has not told you to sell until, like we said before, 31K. So where are we right now? Well, let's just make it a little bit clearer and get rid of that bull market support band. We are still under the 7 exponential moving average. So what that means is, like the MACD, you want the blue line to be above the yellow line, just to make it very simple. That's how I have it on the RSI. That's how I have it on the MACD, and that's how I have it on the moving averages. So what I think, if the thesis is true and we are going to get another leg down, this is the beginning of that, because we retested and then we failed, right? At least as of right now, we are failing. September historically has been bad for the stock market. That often bleeds into crypto. The September before elections is terrible for the stock market. That is where we are at. That bleeds into crypto. I think a lot of the big money is playing it safe and just waiting this out. And I think that is what's going to cause our next leg down. When you think about it, our political cycle, every 4 years, crypto's been around since 2010. We're going on to the 14th year. So it is very cyclical. It's very seasonal, and that makes a lot of sense to where we are at. So I'm really excited for this because I think getting into the next run, I'm going to be very prepared for Bitcoin, for Ethereum, some of the small caps, and some of those mining companies like Mara, Riot, all of those. You don't need to go crazy and buy a bunch of them, especially if you're just trading. Maybe a few, or maybe one if you're just trading it. You don't need to make it too complicated for yourself. But with that said, that is Bitcoin. If you like this content, hit the like button. It's the easiest way to help out my channel. Otherwise, if you want to see more content, just hit the subscription bell, hit the notification bell. And until then, we'll see you next time. Thanks.